What's going on, fellow investors? I hope everyone's having a great day. You know, the holiday season is approaching and people are starting to think about different gift ideas, whether it's adult or children. And I was thinking about what would be the perfect gift to get a child in today's world. You know, the technology, all these different electronics. And I thought about something that was practical, simple, but could be extremely beneficial years down the road. And that is the Fidelity Custodial account. It's basically an account that once the child turns a certain age and becomes an adult, depending on the state they live in, it could be transferred to them and they already have a head start on their future. Hey, welcome to Investing with Rod, everyone. On this channel, we talk about stocks, we talk about crypto, we talk about exchange traded funds, but more importantly, we talk to you about my journey on how to save a little amount of money and build for your future. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a fiduciary. This video is basically for entertainment and educational purposes. Make sure you do your own research before you invest any of your hard-earned money. And also think about consulting with a licensed professional. With all that being said, subscribe to the channel. If you get some good information, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, select all so you don't miss out on future content. Tell somebody about the channel. And with all that being said, let's look at the Fidelity Custodial account and get paid, baby. All right, let me look over here. I am sharing my screen, and there is the Fidelity Custodial account. We have it pulled up, and I'm going to go through this as quick as I can, yet be thorough. Now, why open a Fidelity Custodial account? And you see letters UGMA and UTMA. That is the Uniform Gifts to Minors Act and the Uniform Transfers to Minor Act. The difference between the two, UGMA, you're looking at financial things like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, and the UTMA, or the Transfers to Minors Act, is a little more complex. It may have real estate. You can include other things that can't be included. We're really going to focus on the UGMA. That's the simplest of the two. Reason being is they're easy to open. Highlight this so y'all can see. They're easy to open accounts used to invest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and more, just like I just said. Now, some things to consider when you're opening this account. It is a great way to directly transfer wealth. We're starting to hear those two words, wealth transfer, transferring wealth. And it's basically just transferring assets from one generation to the next, transferred to the minor at a certain age between 18 and 25, depending on the state they live in. And friends and family can contribute. Everyone can get in on the party. I'm going to unhighlight that. Y'all just follow my cursor. A portion of earnings may be exempt from federal taxes. And it is factored into financial aid eligibility if the minor child, when they become an adult, decide they want to go to college. Now, why save and invest at Fidelity? It is an industry leading firm. They have great value. No commissions for online stock trades, plus no account fees. You don't have to worry about them nickel and diming you every month. You're taking just as much as you're possibly making with fees or minimums to invest. I've invested with Fidelity, and I had a custodial account for my daughter prior to her graduating in high school and going into adulthood. You can do it with as little as $1 when you invest. Man, you can't beat it. You know, $5, $20, whatever you want, but just know if you only have a couple of bucks, better yet, what if the child gets a allowance and say they get $5 and they want to put 2 of the 5 of their own money into their custodial account? Speaking of which, I wouldn't even have them refer to it as a custodial account. Have them call it their Fidelity account, especially if you have one. You're talking about your Fidelity account, the child can relate, and it's going to be something that we're getting ready to talk about here in a minute. You could save for a child's need with our account and planning options. They do have it on their website, and they have advisors you can call if need be. And this is what I want to talk about, going back to what I was just saying, lessons for life. Teach a child money lessons to last a lifetime with Fidelity's focus on education. And when you start telling a kid, your Fidelity account, you have stock ownership, and they understand it, you'll be surprised how many times they may want to invest. They may come to you and say, hey, Uncle Rod, I want to put some money in my Fidelity account. I'm not going to tell them no, but I am going to teach them, don't put all of your money in your Fidelity account. Maybe save a little bit in case you want to get some ice cream or whatever you want to do with your allowance, something like that. Now, we're going to be going through here. We already talked about educating a child about saving money. Who can contribute to the account, and are there limits? I'm going to go ahead, highlight this here, show you where I am. Anyone can contribute to a custodial account: parents, grandparents, friends, other family, with no contribution limits, making them valuable gift opportunities for major milestones and celebrations. 13th birthday, you're becoming a teenager, you graduated middle school, certain things can be put in a pot, because the ultimate goal is when this minor child steps into adulthood, they're already ahead of the game. Now, individuals can contribute up to $19,000 free of gift tax in 2025, and $38,000 for a married couple, basically double. Now, again, there's no minimum to open account. I don't have to reread that. We've already talked about that. I'm going to go with some frequently asked questions. Now, what is the difference between a custodial account and a trust? We already talked about that. Trust, you can do more things like real estate and other assets. And your custodial account is going to basically be focusing on financial assets, stocks, bonds, ETFs. Now, notice I didn't say crypto in any of this, because crypto is not available as of now. Who controls a custodial account? The money actually belongs to the child. The adult is going to control the account. You're going to be the custodian until that child reaches 18 to 25, depending on the state. But the money is for the child. Now, then until the account is transferred to custodian control, we already said that. Who could contribute to a custodial account? We talked about that already. Some of this is redundant. How do you contribute money? Pretty easy. You're going to link a bank account, whatever bank account you choose. You can change it at any time. If you already have a Fidelity account, you may transfer it from your account. Send a bank wire. Some people do that, mobile check deposit, just the regular stuff. Or you can transfer investments from another firm. If you happen to have an account that you forgot about, they notify you, hey, you have these assets, we cut your check, it's $150. You may want to have them just, hey, can you just transfer it to this account? Tax benefits. Now, you may be exempt from federal income tax up to $1,350 with your account earnings, your dividends, any kind of earnings that you make from the account. You can probably be exempt up to $1,350. Anything over that, they're going to tax you on it. Now, we already talked about the investment choices: stocks, ETFs, bonds. Now, who can make the withdrawals? Withdrawals can be made at any time by the custodian, but this must be highlighted, because they must be for the benefit of the child. Can't be because I'm going on a vacation. Rod want to go on a vacation, so Rod going to go into the custodial account. Doesn't work like that. Now, if the child is going on a school trip and I'm accompanying the child, and we may need to make a withdrawal because it's a little more expensive than we thought, that's for the benefit of the child. You can withdraw money pretty much the same way. Link bank accounts, Fidelity accounts, transfers from a wire. Now, will the child be able to view the account? The child, like going physically looking at the account legally, if they have a Fidelity youth account attached, and that's between 13 and 17, they can do it if it's under their name. But if not, only that custodian will physically have access to the account. Not saying they can't show the child and teach them about it, but as far as a child being able to go in there on their own and do stuff, they have to be between 13 and 17 and have a Fidelity youth account, which I did a video. Just go to the search bar, type Fidelity youth account on the channel, and it'll pop up. Now, when do you need to transfer the money? We already talked about that, 1825. Now, does the custodian have any control of the account after it's transferred to the child? They have a little bit, but a new account is going to be open with the child, now legal adult, named as the owner. The custodian's job is done. Once that child is an adult, it's done. I don't even have to go deep into that. So whatever your state age is, there you go. How can a custodial account be used to help educate a child about saving? We already talked about that. What happens to the assets? I'm going to read this word for word. I know some people are probably going to say, oh, but this is something that people need to know. A lot of times This is where we get tripped up when it comes to investments and wills and stuff like that. What happens to the assets in a custodial account in the event of a death? If the custodian of the account passes away, a new custodian would take over the account. A successor can be designated at any time by naming the successor in the custodian's will or by signing a letter of designation before a witness. Probably the easiest way, I would think, sign a letter of designation before a witness. You probably can do that at a courthouse, county clerk, or maybe easier for you to put it in your will if you have a will already. Now, if the deceased custodian has not specified their successor, the new custodian will be named in accordance with applicable state laws listed on the account. That's probably going to be a headache. I would probably have somebody already designated. That's just a spouse, another family member. If, on the other hand, a child who the account was established for passes before the state's mandated transfer age, the custodial account is considered part of the child's estate and is distributed according to the state laws. So however they distribute a child, if they have money, if someone had already did this, if it's not in writing and all the stuff's not aligned, it's going to be distributed according to the laws. Just something to keep in mind. But at the end of the day, to be able to start as early as possible, and not even, let's just say you start when a child is 2. They're not going to understand investing, but by the time they're, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, they're already going to have an amount stacked up, and they're going to even be more excited. Hey, we started this when you were 2. You already have, let's say, and I'm just going to be generous, you already have, they're 5, you already have $3,000. Let's say we do $1,000 a year. You have $3,000. Pull out a calculator. Show, wow, excitement. Excitement builds, believe it or not, it builds financial freedom and financial prosperity. With that being said, man, if you have a custodial account, let us know. What do you think about it? Have you never heard of one? Are you thinking about getting one now that you've seen this video? Did you not know it was this easy with a little of $5 and you get tax benefits and anyone can contribute? Put it in the comments below, man. I love hearing success stories. I love hearing different ideas. As always, subscribe to the channel. Give a video a thumbs up. If you got something out of this video, hit that notification bell, select all so you don't miss out on future videos or live streams. And make sure you come back, because I'm going to keep dropping that heat, that knowledge, that fire, and showing you how I'm investing with just a little amount of money and watching it grow over time. And as always, man, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you're going to be amongst the stars, I guarantee you. And until the next time, much love, everyone. Hopefully you got something out of this video, and hopefully I hear a success story about someone giving a child a gift and start their journey on the transfer of wealth. Much love, y'all.